What is going on, guys? This is Ben here, bringing another Brawl Stars video. Hopefully you all are doing well and are excited for the next Brawl Stars update that is probably coming very soon. We already got the announcement of the balance changes and everything. I already discussed that in a video, went over all of my thoughts, so if you definitely want to check out all of the brawlers that will be getting buffs and nerfs, there's a lot of them, a lot of changes coming. Definitely check out that video. If there is one change my stance on, it would be Barley. I actually think Barley is going to be very good. I think I said he might be worse, but no, I think he's going to be way better than he was before. Just simply looking at the numbers, it feels like he's going to be a way better lobber brawler, do way more damage. The one downside is the super isn't going to be as effective, but overall, he's just going to be, as a brawler himself, he's just going to be way better. So that's my one change with the balance changes. And yes, the Leon nerf, I'm happy. I wish they would have went about it a different way, but those are the changes we know for that. And now there's a bunch of other changes that we know so far for this update. So hopefully you guys are excited as we get more update news as well. And we get to cover sneak peeks and everything. I'll get you guys those. So stay tuned, subscribe, let me know your thoughts. And if you guys are sad about anything or you're hoping for something, let me know. Well, let's get into this. So first off, I already stated the balance changes. And then now we also have confirmed, this was in Lex's roundtable video on his channel. This is where they asked a bunch of the top rated questions on Reddit, and they had Ryan, the community manager for Brawl Stars, they had Kairos, and then they also had Trickshot. He runs the Reddit page and everything. Really awesome dude, all of them are. So yeah, a lot of good information in that, and we got confirmed 2 new skins will be coming. Hopefully, they're like the higher tier skins that actually change like the attacks and the animations and everything. But yeah, so confirmed 2 new skins. What skins would you love to see? Personally, I would love to see like a Ninja Tara skin or something like that, or a, what was the other one? Like an ice spike. You guys know, like he could throw like an ice ball and spikes of ice would be coming out. So I would like that for Spike. Those are the 2 I would love to see. Let me know of some skins that you guys would like to see. So the next changes. This is in-game game mode changes. Brawl Ball getting a massive overhaul here. We could see the gameplay in the balance change little video where the goal, there's nothing behind the goal anymore. So cornering is totally gone. It seems like the goals are further apart now, and you are going to spawn in the goals now when you die. So that's gonna make it, I think, harder to score goals. The map seems to be a little bit wider. Basically, they took away the back behind the goal, and they pushed the goal back. And then now you're spawning in the goals as well, so it's going to be tougher for the enemies to basically, if they say they destroy your team, for them to score because you're going to spawn right there and be able to stop the ball. Another change is when you shoot the ball in Brawl Ball, it takes one of your auto attacks now. You guys know how previously when you would use your super to shoot the ball, and it would basically your super would go away after that? Well, now every time you shoot the ball, you're going to lose 1 main attack, and it's going to have to regenerate like normal, obviously. But that's going to change a whole lot of things. It's going to change, like, it's going to be a lot more tactical when you throw that ball to the enemy. It's going to make Mortis not as good in moving around the map and everything and dribbling. So I'm really excited about these changes for Brawl Ball. I think it's gonna take a while to adjust to those, but I think it's gonna be much more fair. I personally do like it. I think it's gonna add a lot more skill and more basically thought when playing, because you're gonna have to think when to shoot and saving your ammo and everything, and then you can't just corner the ball behind your goal now. So I'm really happy about that. And then we also have some changes to Bounty. I always get Showdown and Bounty mixed up. I don't know why. Like when I think Bounty, I think Showdown sometimes. When I think Showdown, I think Bounty sometimes. I don't know why. Am I the only one like that? I think so. But for Bounty, they're reducing the game mode to 2 minutes now. It's no longer 2 minutes and 30 seconds, just straight up it's 2 minutes. And I like that because Bounty games did feel really long, and I get they're wanting to go to shorter games, and usually games with, like, it depends, are around 2 minutes, so it makes sense. But I'm happy about that change. I'm all for games being quicker and everything, and it doesn't change too much, honestly. I feel like Bounty, if it was 2 minutes and 30 seconds, if it was 3 minutes, if it was 2 minutes, it's gonna feel the same. It's obviously a little shorter. And then the gas that comes out in Showdown, it's no longer going to like instantly hurt you if it hits you when it spawns. I assume this is like, say when the match first starts, you know how there's no gas, and this is very prevalent. Like say you're camping on the far outer edges of the map, or you're getting like, someone's basically pressuring you and you have to like kind of chill towards that side. If the gas first spawns, I assume, I don't know this how exactly looks, but from what I can go off of is it's going to spawn the gas, and then it's not going to hurt you right away. You have a little bit of time to get out of there. There also is going to be, this one I think is like the biggest change out of all the changes we're going to talk about here, is no green grass is respawning anymore. So you guys know how the yellow grass once you take care of it, like say like a Brock uses a super and on a patch of yellow grass and it destroys it. It never respawns. Well, now, say Brock uses his super on green grass, it is no longer going to respawn either. It used to respawn after 35 seconds, but now it's never going to respawn. All grass in Brawl Stars, once it is taken care of, once it's blown up or it's destroyed like a wall, it is never coming back, which I think is going to change a lot of things. Namely, I think it's going to mainly change a lot of the meta in the early on trophies from like 0 to like 300, because there's so many shotgun brawlers. And I feel like the reason why for that too is because they're a lot easier to play, a lot easier to pick up, and those are basically the main brawlers that people push up right away. So I think it's going to be a huge change where it's going to be a huge, like it's going to be like an indirect nerf to them, because it's going to have to change the playstyle. You're going to see them coming. There's a lot, it's going to deter a lot of, not deter, but it's going to stop a lot of bush camping, and I'm overall pretty happy for that. I think it's going to make a little bit more, the game a little bit more healthy and stuff early on, but at the same time, it takes away a lot of like the strategic plays of maybe flanking or juking in a bush or something, or being able to stop them. Now it's going to be more like, after a while, late game, you're going to be able to see everyone. You're going to know where everyone's coming from, and I think it's going to, so basically, it's going to change it up, how where it's like, if you can play for an early game comp, like shotgun brawlers, like for instance, like on Bone Box, where there's a lot of grass, you can try and sneak around early on, but after that map gets opened up, your shotgun brawlers are eventually going to fall off, because you're going to, basically everyone's going to be able to see where you're coming from, and they're not going to run straight up to you. So overall, I think this might be better for the long-range brawlers. We'll have to wait and see. I personally am okay with this, and let me know your thoughts on that. This next one is coming from Frank. He is the game lead for Brawl Stars. He's a very awesome guy. He's on Twitter. He says a lot on Twitter. He interacts with a lot of people, so it's really cool. But he gave us some update information here a little while back. Someone was asking, like, hey Frank, when, or can you at least give us the number of the amount of brawler reworks there are going to be? And he said 4 new brawlers, not counting skins. So like that means 4 brawlers are getting a rework. I don't think they're getting like a total change of like their attacks and their supers and everything. I think they're probably just getting a design rework, and we can clearly see one, as you can probably look in the thumbnail, and this was shown in the balance changes. It's Ricochet. They removed his hat for whatever reason. Brawl Stars doesn't like hats. If I remember correctly, the reason why I think they are against having hats on the brawlers and stuff is because like it makes it harder to add skins and stuff. I think that was the reason. I don't know if that's correct or not. I don't even know if I can share that, but I think that was one of the things. Another thing is, I think they're also probably going to rework Colt. I don't know on this one though, because a lot of your people are saying like, oh, Colt looks so different in this. To me, he kind of looks the same. If you look them side by side, yes, he looks a little different. So Colt might be getting a rework. And then leave us 2 other brawlers that might be getting like design reworks. I heard them say that Bo was on the top of their list for a design rework. So maybe him. Maybe Bo's in there, and then maybe Pam and Penny. Another ones that are up in the air would be Piper, Frank. I don't know. So let me know your thoughts, what you think the 4 new brawlers, or which brawlers you would love to see like a design rework. A lot of people don't really like the Ricochet one. They think he's too big, too tanky. It's all over Reddit. You just see people keep posting and posting it. I personally kind of like it. I don't mind that they removed his hat or anything, but he looks like a beast of a robot now, so it's interesting. Other than that, those are the 4, or the 2 that we know. Probably it's most likely, I think it's gonna be Colt. He does look a little different, but I'm still up in the air. Maybe they don't consider that a full rework, I don't know. But then Rico obviously looks massively different. So let me know your thoughts on that. And then now this goes back to the community roundtable that they did on Lex channel. There's a lot of controversy, I guess, at the point where it was around 15-minute mark, where earlier on they were talking about like if you had a Brawl Stars genie and they gave you 3 wishes, and then out of nowhere Ryan's kind of like, having a genie in Brawl Stars would be cool. I'll see what I can do, kind of like that. I don't think that's the exact wording, but
having a Brawl Stars genie sounds really nice. I'll see if I can get that going for you.
Yes, let's make it happen.
Either he said that because a genie's coming, or he thought it was a good idea and he's gonna tell the team about it, and maybe it'll make its way into Brawl Stars. But still, I still believe there will be. I don't think it's gonna be a genie this update, but I still do believe a brawler will be coming this update. I mean, like Brawl Stars said they wanted a pipeline of content coming out, and I assume it would be around the time when we get a new brawler, because Leon was what, almost I don't know the exact amount of time. Was it a month ago, 2 months ago, month and a half ago? I think it was like, what, a month and a half ago over that. So maybe we'll get it soon. So I assume the update will probably be coming around the 2-month mark, and that makes sense for a new brawler. So I'm going to assume a new brawler. Don't really know what it is. I don't think it's the genie, like a lot of people are thinking in that update video. And in that video, I mean, Lex says in the title, new brawlers and everything. So maybe he has more information than I do, but I do think a brawler's coming. But genie-wise, maybe just pull my leg here. I don't know. Number 7 is a huge one. This is for all of you that struggle with not like Wi-Fi connection lag, but just in-game performance lag. You can clearly tell the difference. A lot of this happens when there's a lot of grass on the map, and it's like, this was really bad when the update first came out with the new 3D landscape, or the 3D mode, when you had like bonus star power that was able to see 6 tiles, and it would just lag like crazy, and it was just not so good. And they did a performance update a couple days later, and it fixed a lot of it, but still a lot of people that had like a little bit of the older devices still struggled. And even myself, like I have solid devices that are less than a year old, and I still get that performance lag here and there. And they said they're working on that lag improvements, and a lot of it has to do with like the shadow. I assume that's probably when you're in the grass and stuff. So I'm glad they worked on that. Hopefully, if your device lags kind of regularly or pretty hardcore right now, hopefully this next update with the lot of optimization and fixes, it'll be good. So I'm excited for that, to see. Hopefully it fixes a lot of the issues with a lot of devices, and namely a lot of like Android stuff. So that is that. Another thing though too is, I think this is kind of the stuff that wasn't mentioned, but I think is a high possibility that they have mentioned in the past of making in this update. And it's like UI improvements. You guys know when you first log on to the game and it's very clunky sometimes, or it feels like there's a lot of clicks just to get to chat, to talk to your members in your club and stuff. And I feel like they're gonna make it easier to communicate, because this is a competitive game, or a cooperative game, and talking and interacting with players is a huge part of it. And it feels weird right now. So I assume they're probably gonna have a lot of UI fixes, whether it's like inviting players, checking your profile, club stuff, whatever, just changes to make, just quality of life changes to get to do what you want to do easier. And then I also think they're gonna probably add, I would have to assume, like more ticketed events. Now, I don't know if it's gonna be like right when the update drops that they'll have it. Well, probably not, because they'd have to wait till the next weekend. But I assume there will probably be some new ticket events, and then maybe some new maps as well. So that's pretty much all we know. The last two that I just talked about is more speculation-wise, but I would assume that it would probably be coming. But what do you guys think about it so far? As we get more news, I'll let you guys know. The most thing that I'm excited for, obviously, is the new brawler. And I'm really, really excited to see the new like remodels of the designs. We saw kind of like 2, and I'm excited to see Brawl Ball. I don't know. I really can't wait to play that and just see if it's better, worse, more competitive, not as, I don't know. I'm just excited. So let me know your thoughts. But thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys later.